It's such a funny one.
Yeah. Well, here's jjakji. He has not played a single game in Pro League. This is his debut.
This is his debut, man. I'm very excited for him. Once upon a time, GSL winner.
Trying to come back here into Korea. He's now part of the team SBENU, as are a lot of these veterans coming in here. Yeah. He's 0-4 against Panic, including unofficial.
Wow.
Wonder when those results were made.
That would have been a while ago, I gotta say. Really barely seen him at all play any games in Korea. The last Protoss player he played against was Stardust in Gfinity Summer Masters. So that was a few weeks ago. Besides that, there's been no real concrete results for jjakji in some time.
Yeah, really excited to see what he has prepared today for this player. Panic, 3-2 so far. Pro League 2015 has only played one game against Terran, and he did win it.
Yep, and that was Flash. So he did beat down Flash. Recently lost to Bomber and Innovation in GSL. Taking one game off both. And I'm excited to see how he's going to play today. Two players you don't really get to see that much in Pro League. One specifically you don't get to see ever.
Yeah. That's really the excitement of this one, actually. All these newer, or rather older players coming back here, trying to show their stuff once again for the Korean fans and the foreign fans. And we're going to get a look at the predictions now from the casters, who they think is going to win this matchup.
Any second now, Valdez.
There it is. 6-0 for Panic.
Okay. All right.
Not surprised.
No, not too surprised. But, jjakji, he's a dark horse in this one. He is the unknown player. Very, not many games to go by to really scout him out. See exactly how he's playing this.
It's always really exciting for me when these players come back to Korea and they have to go against like really, really strong players here in Korea, and to see if they can go toe-to-toe once again and bring back their form of skill. Let's jump into the game right now. It's jjakji versus Panic. Down here in the bottom left, in the pink for SBENU, the Terran player, it's jjakji.
Up here in the top left for MVP, Panic. Chicken Maru.
Yeah, that's what that says. That's their sponsor.
Yummy. He is focused, man. Not a happy chappy in that booth.
No. I love the way you said Panic, by the way. It made it sound like someone actually panicking.
That's what I was going for, Valdez, but thank you.
It was pretty cool. I just want to let you know that I noticed it,
Oh, I appreciate it when you notice me, Valdez. Makes me all tingly. Oh, man. I used to make the worst face when I was in a match as well. I'd look scary.
Did you used to go back and watch your old VODs and just look at yourself and be like, oh,
only if I won. I never watched my losing VODs.
Yeah, you kind of want to forget those games, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Pretend like they didn't happen.
I used to go back and watch what the casters said about me and stuff.
Oh.
So I used to what did you say about me?
I can imagine that only being rage-inducing and not good at all.
No, usually they're very nice. The trick is to be friends with all the casters, so they love you.
Yeah. So they say good things about you, like we do every time Ragnarok comes out.
Oh, dude.
He's like the nicest kid ever.
Yeah, if you want good words from the caster, just be buddies with them. Buy them a beer. Yeah. And you know what?
Beer, maybe slip us a $10 bill. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, you could also, if you do that, you can just tell us what to say as well. Give us a script and $100, and be like, okay, well, I guess we can say that.
Like, did you know jjakji is actually the pole vault champion of Korea? It's not true at all, but we just say it about him because he gave us money.
That'd be probably pretty a bad thing, actually, Valdez. I don't know. It's a bit of a gray line, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll wait and see if it happens.
Yeah.
We'll decide how to deal with it.
Yeah, when we get that opportunity, we'll have to think about it. If it's It's actually a bad thing.
So we got a sneaky deaky probe here.
Sneaky beaky, mate.
Doing a bit of a dance.
Bit of a slanger probe if I've ever seen one.
Oh, man.
SCV going to be getting a scout in the right direction, it looks like, at least. He's looking for proxies.
Yeah, he's going around that map. It's in a bit of a wild sort of path. Trying to find the probe, I suppose, as well as that proxy you were talking about. Not going to see much, but he will scout, actually, where Panic is first. So not bad.
Going to scout out that early Nexus. Not too much of a surprise there.
You know what he may be scouting for is actually the we saw recently the Oracle proxy build that SOS did to Keen.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, we could very well see that again, judging by where this this probe currently is, though it is kind of farther away from everything on the map.
Yeah, he puts it in a weird location. It's very close to the top right, but that's about it.
A little bit of a pause there. Looks like it's from the MVP player. And hopefully it's a rightful pause, otherwise he will get a warning for it as well.
I think the Observer paused the game, yeah.
Okay.
There's a soundproof system problem once again. So.
It's interesting that's happening today. Never really happened in the past either.
Yeah.
There seems to be something wrong with that booth today, actually.
Yeah. Seems to be specifically that booth over there. Not sure what the deal is.
Oh, well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in this game. Fellas.
It's always unfortunate to get delays. I'm really excited to see what Panic's going to proxy there.
Oh, Busted, you're eating that beef jerky that you were given. You are shamed. How dare you eat?
Put that away.
That's
not for eating. It's just for show, don't you know?
It's plastic, damn it. What do you think he's going to be proxying up there, Valas? Do you think it's going to be a Twilight, or are we going to see that Stargate after all?
It's so far away from the base of the Terran.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm looking at and thinking it can't really be a Stargate, or it's going to be a very delayed sort of Oracle harassment.
It could have been just he could be like putting a pylon up there and saying, okay, if you're close to me, I'll make a Stargate. If not, maybe I'll go for a Twilight, but that could mess with your gas timings and stuff, so I don't think so. But
yeah, well, he's not really actively scouting either, which is a problem.
Yeah. I think he did see the scouts. I think he saw the SCV, but...
Yeah. Well, we'll soon find out when this when this booth gets fixed up, and we can.
It's really strange. I'm not even sure how the Observer was able to spot that. Maybe the ref in there is saying like,
yeah, I think the ref.
I can hear everything. Like this is not supposed to happen.
This is not okay. This is really bad, and it's good that they stopped it because no one wants an advantage like that.
Yeah. The only player we saw stop that was Gumio, right?
Yeah.
He came out in the first game, so...
No one from Prime ever stopped it either.
No.
I don't know what that's about.
It's possible that the problem also occurred after, you know,
Do you think they like left the door open or something? I don't know. Hard to say how that happens.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I'm just taking a look at the booth now. It's not really like they have any like special padding on the windows or anything to stop the sound. I suppose maybe on the corners. I'm not really sure. I personally have not gone into the booth, so I don't really know what the setup is in there.
No, I've never been in there. So
we got to change that, by the way. We've been casting it for so long. We can
sit in there and play some games.
Yeah.
That'd be weird, but we should do it.
I'll go over here. You'll go over there. And we'll go one-on-one. We'll do a caster match.
I think they're changing the stereo in there. That's what we heard just then. So maybe, you know, the sound isn't working properly in the white noise that they play in there.
Okay.
Which is something that they usually do.
Yeah.
They definitely do that in GSL, which is the time I experienced it. So
it's very smart. You know, you just want to block out any other noise.
Yeah.
I hear it's very loud in most booths. So.
Most likely, yeah. So it could be the problem. So it makes a bit of sense there.
So you guys can stick with us while we delay time. They put in that stereo. I guess you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter while we're taking this break. I'm at Brendan Valdez. He's at Moonglade AU. We would definitely appreciate that. We put up bunch of StarCraft-related stuff, Korea-related stuff, random pictures.
Everything.
Funny stuff.
Lots of funny stuff. And you'd never miss a Star League or Pro League ever again because we always tweet that out a couple of hours in advance. So, give us a follow. Give us a little tweet now and then. We appreciate it. I always get happy when people tweet at me.
Yeah. course. And also, not even just us. Like, Twitter is just awesome in general. You can follow all the pro gamers. Almost all of them have Twitters. And
well, it really is the place to follow esports these days.
Yep,
like,
it really
esports
is.
kind of embrace Twitter. So if you like esports at all or want to follow Starcraft at all, I would advise getting on there and making an account, following your favorite players, your personalities, casters, tournaments. Every single thing.
All the tournaments, all the companies in esports. Even I know like SBENU's got one. You know, all the teams out here, they have one. A lot of the Korean teams will mostly tweet in Korean, but you know, some of them do from time to time tweet some cool pictures and tweet in English.
Yeah,
so
follow your favorite foreign player as well. Yeah, there's lots of them out there, all doing great in WCS recently. I hope you guys have been watching that. One of Australia's very own Igaz made it out of his groups.
I heard about that. That was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Good on you, Igaz. Hope you're watching, mate.
Yeah. A lot of hype around Australia these days, making that movie Mad Max.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, it's essentially a documentary of what happens over there on a daily basis. So
it looks really excited, man. I really want to go.
It's a good life. It's a good life down there. Yeah.
Seemed a little bit dangerous, I would have to say. You know, I don't want to badmouth Australia, but
well, you know,
just trying to put the truth on the table.
You got to see it for yourself. You know, you got to go out there and have a check it out. You know, go to the desert and see what it's all about out there.
You guys just have like crazy like storms and tornadoes going around all the places?
Usually that'll happen in the summertime. It's not very fun to try and fly into Australia during summer because the storms are pretty rough.
Yeah, you told me about that actually. That is actually true. So
it's all true, Valdez, but that is especially true at all. Like the storms in Australia get pretty crazy. And besides that, I had something else to say. Oh yeah, Petraeus, New Zealander, also made it into the next round of WCS. I'm only cheering for those guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone else, but
only cheering for the guys down
under. Gotta cheer for my boys, man.
What is the relationship like between Australia and New Zealand?
It's a tricky one.
I would assume it's mostly good. It seems like most of you guys are pretty. Chill.
They're like little brother or something is what I think, at least. I don't know what everyone else in Australia thinks, but I always look at them like they're practically Aussies or very similar kind of. They have a little bit of a different accent. They say fish and chops instead of fish and chips.
Fish and chops.
Fish and chops. That's cute.
Interesting.
It's cute.
By the way, I just had fish and chips with you for the first time that other day.
Did you?
That was my first time eating fish and chips.
When did we eat fish and chips?
That night.
You never ate fish and chips before this?
Yeah, no.
What?
Never. I know, it's kind of crazy. I was a very picky eater when I was younger, so I didn't really try many things, especially seafood. So it took me a while to ramp up.
I'm trying to even remember what we ate. Where did we eat
We had fish and chips and also pizza and mojitos.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
I remember the mojito part.
Yeah. We got some of the girliest mojitos, by the way. Like,
no,
we were getting all the crazy flavors in there.
They're fine. They're
like strawberry and pineapple. You had like some citrus one. They all tasted really good.
This is what we're going to, Val.
This is what happens, you know.
We just drink over here in Krieger. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Here's a look at MVP as we kill some more time. Line up right now.
Choi is really enjoying this. Choi is always chewing gum, by the way.
Yeah, what's with that?
I don't know. There's Departure. He didn't get to come out today. I want to see him prepare more builds.
CJ Hero Killer, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and
Yonghwa.
Yeah.
Him and Yonghwa, they're the CJ Hero Killers. Both of them together. Yonghwa able to take him out in the ace match.
That fish and chips wasn't real fish and chips there, man.
It wasn't?
It wasn't legitimate.
It tasted pretty good.
It was pretty good, but it wasn't the real stuff.
Oh.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, maybe I don't know if they have real fish and chips out here in Korea, but we can.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's good stuff in Australia for fish and chips. I'll tell you that much.
That's the other thing. I've never been to Australia.
You got to come down sometime.
Yeah, maybe I could like come over to the Moonglade house.
You come over and stay with me, buddy.
The Pender family. Say hello to mom and pop.
Meet the parents finally. Yeah. You know, we've been partners for a while now.
We've had a long relationship so far.
It's been over a year, Valdez.
Time flies.
Things got to start to progress, a little bit faster for my liking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna get bored. I might have to move on.
Yeah. I gotta entertain you a bit more, I think, here. And
getting restless here, Valdez.
I would love to go down, in all seriousness, to Australia and visit your family.
Yeah.
The area around there, you've only said good things about it. So
Brisbane's a beautiful place.
Twilight Council.
All right. Oh, that's expected. Not too much of a shock there, considering where that pylon is.
Yeah. Usually, if you do want to go for a Stargate, you would want to put it a little bit closer. Panic, you know, we were talking about this before. He didn't really scout at all at the same time. And if jjakji had been in the top right, this would have been a very dangerous location, in fact.
It would have been perfect, right? Like, would have been an absolute killer of a proxy Stargate, but yeah.
Oh,
no
for
scout.
a Stargate, yeah, but
yeah.
not for a Twilight.
Oh, DTs is going to be as well, you know? So he's going the whole way in Panic, just being a dirty boy.
Dirty, dirty boy. We were talking about how on this map, you know, very, very big. The Protoss player has a ton of room to go to that late game, which they always love to do against Terran. But Panic deciding, you know, hey, I'm just gonna kill you before it even gets to that. And we do, in fact, oftentimes see this with players that are playing in their first Pro League match. You know, jjakji, like you were saying, GSL champion, but at the same time, this is still his first Pro League match. Panic's saying, oh, I just got to give him a bit of a welcome party.
Yeah, and it has been a long time since jjakji's really had this kind of pressure on him as well. You know, a team is behind him, cheering him on as well. He's got to find the points. He's got to take a win like this. And so, and it has been a while since he's competed at this level. So maybe the nerves have kind of come back as well.
Yeah.
Second bunker going down, so we're actually seeing some fear from jjakji early on.
I think he went in the natural, and both of those gases were not taken, so maybe he thought it was a bit of an aggressive gateway play, but he is going to put down a very safe missile turret here, so props to him for that. That's what you got to do. We do also have a robotics facility out on the map, so he could make a warp prism.
Well, Scan's going to see nothing but a robo facility, so not giving too much away here. And it looks like DTs are going to try and run in. He's going to run into a bunker with detection. He's actually going to run 2 DTs in, so he's committing everything to this, and he's not going to find anything.
Yeah, he can't get by.
Very luckily, he gets out alive with both of them.
And we got this drop coming with 2 these Widow Mines straight into the main. He's desperately trying to get an observer out here to deal with this. I think he's already got 1.
Yeah, but it's definitely not in position for this. And here we go. Here come the mines. 1 just popped out as well, so he should be fine. Not going to take... Oh, okay. He lost 1. 2 probes.
Not bad, but a huge pull, which is the really big thing here. All those probes not mining for a very long time. We do see Panic adding that Warp Prism, and I think there's still only that 1 missile turret, although I think it would be very smart of jjakji to put another one in the main, just in case.
Well, he's got bio nearby as well, so even if he tried to sack that 1 turret in the main base, he would lose all his DTs.
Oh, he's actually got 3 turrets in total, so.
Yeah, he's covered everything very smartly. He's looking fantastic, actually. Not going to take any damage from these DTs unless he's really out of position for it.
Yeah, so Panic going for a bit of a risky build here, and it's not going to pay off at all. Look at this Warp Prism.
Oh, man.
Flying so close.
Oh, well, this kid might be able to do some damage. Going to pick off a couple of SCVs at least.
He's going to find a little spot here.
Yeah.
Maybe force out a scan, send in the next DT.
Not going to commit to anything just yet. Just maybe wait it out for now. And we're going to have to see jjakji maybe apply a little bit more pressure here. He did some good work with that first drop, but there's no real follow-ups. Something that we do notice from Maru, above all else, is that he's relentless with his mine droppings. Just no matter how badly they go, he'll always keep applying the pressure.
He goes for quadruple mine drops, 4 in each medevac, and just goes for damage. He doesn't care.
Again and again and again. And he's going to get both DTs with that scan. Very nicely done from jjakji.
Yeah, that was a huge scan. And look at Panic. He's going so greedily with this. He goes for Dark Shrine. Then he goes for Blink and Colossi. So his unit count is so low.
Yeah, and behind that double Forge as well.
Yeah. So we're going to see jjakji here finish up his stim and combat shields and begin his dropping. And it's going to be pretty hard for Panic to stop this. I would assume he doesn't really have that many units. There's only 4 Stalkers here in the main.
Yeah, they are in position. Blink, not too far away either. About a minute of game time. And it's going to be a triple drop, actually. Now, this could do some real damage.
Melissa Core is in position, but with a triple drop, Photon Overcharge alone is not going to be enough. And 4 Stalkers are there. If they can get good positioning underneath those medevacs before they drop everything out, could definitely help out. But his reaction time has to be flawless. Has to be right on point.
Oh, here we go. Going to start dropping them in now. He's not going to get any damage on these medivacs either, so this Bio can do a lot.
Ton of Bio here, and look at those two Colossi there on the right side. He's just going to go straight for them. Those two Colossi right in the front. He's going to snipe one out and get away.
Beautiful play there. You know, not losing, maybe losing a quarter of his Bio, saving the rest. A lot of them pretty heavily damaged, but a lot of value in that drop.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it did seem like there was a bit of a counter drop from Panic. He was able to get 6 SCVs. Uh-oh, really nice blink underneath these medivacs. jjakji not paying attention there for a second. Loses one of them.
Yeah, but double drop going towards the main base once again. And if he could start sniping these forges before 1-1 finishes, it would be absolutely insane. It looks like we are going to see that right now. Going to be getting the +1 attack before it finishes. That is huge in itself.
Oh, and he's just going to commit to the other one here, doing a ton of damage to that forge. Panic's desperately trying to save it, but he loses both.
And now he's going to be trading efficiently against these stalkers. Not much else here. Nothing to buff for them either. jjakji is looking amazing.
And then jjakji's going to lose that, but it does not matter. Cuts down both of those upgrades and still is ahead in supply.
And he's up a set of upgrades as well. He's 1-1 now, 2-2 on the way. And his forges have only just started to be remade. jjakji.
Not a good spot here for Panic. It looks like he may want to move out a bit and maybe apply some pressure, but...
Yeah, it looks like he was thinking about it at least. Oh, it looks like he's going to be going for that third base. You know, the third base of jjakji's just landed. So, up the whole base for quite some time now.
Another massive drop making its way towards the main, but at this point, Panic is aware of this.
He's got a lot of
stalkers. He's going to be very, very prepared for this drop this time.
Yeah, 12 stalkers waiting for this one. Might want to scan before he goes in, and he does. Very smartly done from jjakji. One thing I noticed about Panic's style is that he definitely has a lack of observers compared to what we see from a lot of Protosses that are going for similar sort of double upgrade styles. We see like 3 or 4 kind of surround the dead air so that these drops can never really do any damage. But Panic, he's kind of pretty short on them. Only a couple of observers out.
That was such an awkward DT, just slowly creeping in between those SCVs. Only gets 1. And that third base is up and running. He's got triple orbitals here. Panic only starts his third base. His upgrades are so far behind. He's down in supply. And he's going to try to move out here and poke a bit, it looks like. But now rethinking that, moving back a bit.
Yeah, that's a very vulnerable army. If we just saw a good concave or a good sort of split attack, multi-prong attack from jjakji, we can see these Colossus go down very quickly.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go.
Oh, and he's going to drop behind these Colossi. He's going to kite with the other side. These Colossi in the back are so vulnerable. But at the same time, he only gets 1.
He only gets 1. He loses a chunk of his army, but he saves a lot as well. So, yeah, it's kind of worth it, you know, getting at least one of these Colossi before they head his way. But here we go, a big attack from Panic. That is an empty third base timing. Not many Vikings out for 3 Colossus. Only 2 currently.
Yeah, he's trying to pump out 4 at a time, but it looks like Panic may be able to hit this timing before there are enough Vikings.
Oh, if he gets a force field on the ramp as well, that would be absolutely insane.
SCV's being pulled from the opposite side, trying to surround the Colossi now. Does jjakji have enough?
He has more than enough Valdez. Everything is gone. That flank from SCVs and Marauders just got rid of every single Colossus.
Yeah, he took out all of the AoE, and this very heavily upgraded Bio army now just going up against straight Blink Stalkers. Not going to work out there for Panic.
There's 18 Marauders in that army. That is so many. And they are 2-2, mind you.
Yep.
2-2 to the 1-1 of Panic.
And jjakji did lose a lot of SCVs here, but he's got a massive army. And Panic can just not fight this right now. He has to back off. He's going to try to kite here a bit. He's going to lose his last Colossus. And it's all to these Blink Stalkers, but that is not enough.
That is nowhere near enough. You do not need Blink Stalkers at this point in the game. You need something a lot stronger. You need a lot of Zealots. You need a lot of tank and GG.
GG. jjakji able to take his debut match there against a very strong Protoss in Panic.
He looked absolutely amazing. Really impressed with jjakji's play.
Yep. Very, very strong player. At the same time, Panic going for a very risky build that did not pay off. He got very far behind. But jjakji knew how to play ahead from, ahead there and really close out the game. So props to him. And he will put SBENU on the board. It's going to be tied up here 1-1. We expected a very close match between these guys, and we are getting it in late.
Oh man, I am loving the SBENU team so much. Just looking at all these players just brings back so much nostalgia for me. Like, I used to follow these players. I used to beat them at IEM, fellas. Let's not get into that there, not this time.
Let's not mention that
no,
again.
That's nothing. But no, I've grown up for the last 5 years watching these guys play.
Yeah.
You know, I've learned a lot from them. I've appreciated them in GSL.
A ton of history, but behind so many of those veteran players that SBENU picked up. And
yeah, and not
it's
saying,
awesome to see.
I'm not putting down MVP at all either, because there's a lot of great players that, you know, have been around for a long time as well. Like even today, Gumiho, Hero, C, these guys have been around since the start.
Yes, they have.
And, you know, can't wait to see a player like Hero play. We saw some excellent games from Liquid Hero in GSL not too long ago as well. He has potential there.
Oh, I actually missed those games. How did those go?
They were actually really, really impressive. Like, he played on a level that I did not expect from him at all.
That's really cool.
I would recommend going back and checking them out.
Oh, I definitely will.
Seed, you know, he won a GSL once upon a time, very long time ago when he was in Incredible Miracle.
Yep, back in the day.
A long time ago when Incredible Miracle produced like these amazing players with MVP and Nesty.
The good old days.
The good old days.
The Wings of Liberty days. But anyway, guys, we're going to go to a small break. Stay tuned.